Hey, this is Dave Pryor here at Agile 2014 for Projects at Work, and right now I'm sitting with Daniel Gullo. And Daniel is certified Scrum coach, certified Scrum trainer. We work together on a lot of stuff, and he's been traveling a lot. So where'd you just get back from?
I just got back from India, actually.
Okay, and what were you doing there?
So there was a Scrum gathering, a regional Scrum gathering in India, in Hyderabad, and I was actually doing a keynote for that Scrum gathering in Hyderabad. I also did 3 classes while I was over there, and did a little bit of sightseeing at the same time.
Cool. So do you find that in terms of teaching or talking about the stuff that we're doing, that the practice over there is different than we have in the U.S.?
It is. When we're doing classes, especially certification classes, they're usually a bit larger.
Okay.
There's obviously the element of a lot of offshoring work being done in India. So the questions tend to focus and gravitate towards how do we work more effectively with organizations that are overseas.
Okay. Cool. And you gave a talk here at the conference as well, right?
Yes, I did.
So what was your talk about?
So the talk I gave at Agile 2014 was something that I'm very passionate about. I call it raising agility, and it works in kind of both ways: raising the agile capabilities of people, but also raising agile children. This is something that resonates with me in particular because I have 4 children, and
Right.
my wife and I homeschool, and we use a lot of agile practices at home.
Okay. So my kids homeschool as well, and we do that also. But do you find that a lot of people are picking that up? Is it becoming more prominent?
I see that more and more people are doing homeschooling. It's becoming a popular option. As the awareness of homeschooling and information has been shared in venues such as this,
Right.
actually, people are starting to consider it
But
as,
what
as
about
an
with,
option.
with Agile? Using Agile to teach it to kids or using it to kind of lead them through education, things like that?
So in my session, more than a few people, we did a share out, and more than a few people were saying, yeah, we do a task board at our house. Um, we do things similar to what I use a thing called the gratitude tree, and
Okay.
we use this at home, and I put it up here in the hallway at the conference. But other folks are starting to use information radiators
Right.
and things like that in their own homes as well.
Cool. Cool. And you are very soon going to be heading to South America.
That's correct. So I'll be going to the regional Scrum gathering in Rio.
Okay.
I'm doing a keynote at that gathering, and that one will be focused on what is agile coaching. So a lot of companies are looking for agile coaches. A lot of people are calling themselves agile coach, and even more people are wondering what is an agile coach. So my talk kind of goes over this is what an agile coach is, what it isn't, how to the career path for an agile coach, and also depending on the size of your organization, where you might be looking to what level of skills you're looking for in an
Okay.
agile coach.
So one of the things that I'd like to ask you is, when I teach my classes, I always tell people go hire a coach, and I don't care if they're from my company or your company or somebody else's company. But I think if you want this stuff to work, the transformation to actually take, you really need to have the expertise of somebody who is not part of the organization and has done it a whole bunch, right? So what kind of advice do you give to people when they're trying to find the right coach for them?
I think that's absolutely vital to bring somebody in from outside, and to not have that person be so, I guess, embedded. Because there's this phenomenon that I see where if an agile coach is at a client for too long, they become what's called, what I like to refer to as part of the furniture. Um, you know how you're walking through your living room and you pass the same chair every day and you don't even notice it after a while. And the same kind of effect happens with agile coaches.
Yeah.
If you see the same coach every day, then the impact of what they have to say really diminishes over time.
Well, are there specific things you think people should look for or be asking about when they're trying to figure out, they're going to hire coach A, B, or C?
Well, obviously experience,
Right.
previous experience with organizations in the same industry of the same size. Um, you know, Sort of vetting that coach's approach.
Okay.
Are they a prescriptive coach? What their certifications are. So the Scrum Alliance has the CSC, which is Certified Scrum Coach, and that stands for quite a bit of knowledge and vetting in terms of topics like organizational development, psychology, systems thinking, portfolio management, etc. So it goes well beyond Scrum and even Agile.
Yeah.
In terms of earning the CSC.
Yeah, the vetting process is pretty complicated.
Right.
So if people want to find out more about you or the work that you're doing, what's the best way to reach you?
So you can check me out at SolutionsIQ.com, or I have my own website that speaks specifically about me called AgileTrainer.com.
Cool. All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.